Weather now with Chief Meteorologist Josh Cozart. Some great tips there because I know a lot of folks are still dealing with our pollen. It seems like it's been just unrelentless.
Yeah, and we really kind of see the secondary surge as we move our way into the month of June. That's because of all of the grasses.
Right.
You got to remember Lynn County, the grass seed capital of the world.
That's right.
So yeah, we are definitely in for the next 4 weeks of some heavy duty pollen counts. But hey, the good news is when the wet weather moves in like it did earlier today, it really kind of brings all of those particulates back down to the ground. And that's where we managed to fill up our rain gauges in some locations to a couple of 1/100ths of an inch to a 1/10 of an inch for the I-5 corridor, closer to 3/10 of an inch out towards the coast in Astoria. As our temperatures today only managed to get up into the low 70s for the I-5 corridor. But just to put it all into perspective, that's exactly where we should be sitting for the end of May, with that average daytime high for the Rose City at 71 degrees. Temperatures now sliding back into the upper 50s, low 60s though, still hanging on to the Vancouver location as mid 40s are found in places like Newport, but much of our area being cloud free at this point in time. That's going to be taking us into Friday as we prepare for a big weather pattern shakeup. All right, along I-84, we'll start off with a high wind watch that is in effect for Saturday afternoon and evening. We're talking about the potential for wind gusts nearing 45 to 60 miles per hour. Minor power outages or brief power outages are a possibility with downed trees. As far as the southeastern corner of our state goes, again on Saturday, a heat advisory, our first one of the spring season, where we could potentially see the first round of triple-digit heat. Again, that's for the southeast corner of the Beaver State. We are expected to be hot, though, for us right here in the I-5 corridor as early as tomorrow, which is less than ideal even with today's rain, as our latest drought monitor does show Portland, Vancouver, the northwest corner of our state, the Blue Mountains falling back to that moderate category. So drought, unfortunately, officially making a swift return to the Pacific Northwest as our dials are turned back slightly for places like Pendleton. But for Portland, that's where we expect to see them turn back up to about a level 3, which is a low to moderate. And it's not surprising for tomorrow as our daytime highs skyrocket back up into the upper 80s, well above that average of 71. But we finally stabilize those temperatures, working our way into next week. So staying hydrated, wearing the light colored loose fitting clothing, taking frequent breaks inside or in the shade is going to be a must, and something we got to kind of keep in the back of our minds over the next several months, as those dry skies will make for a sunny afternoon on your Friday. It's Friday evening. We start to increase that cloud coverage. That carries us over into a mostly cloudy Saturday. That's going to help to suppress the temperatures from nearly 90 tomorrow and the Saturday, and may be able to squeeze out just a stray raindrop or two. But rain totals really kind of looking lackluster as we move our way towards the weekend. So do not cancel any of your outdoor plans. You should be smooth and easy to go, as our temperatures are going to be falling back into the low 50s tonight with clearing skies. Temperatures bouncing back up into the upper 80s, more sunshine, and our 7-day forecast. Again, we go from the upper 80s, summer sizzle on Friday, back down to the upper 70s as those mostly cloudy skies return. And then we hold on to the sunny, dry conditions as we round out the month of May. Enter meteorological summer on Sunday, the first day of June. It's going to feel like summer, I guess, for the Pacific Northwest, mid-70s, where we should be, and then low 80s make a swift return on Tuesday before the next chance of maybe some measurable rain isn't until 1 week from today on Thursday, with highs in the mid-70s. We just got to get through that toasty temperature of 87 degrees tomorrow, Anthony.
I would say so, and I think it's so important to keep tabs on your forecast because that intensity really fluctuates.
It does.
And so you have to be watching very closely to, make sure that you're staying safe and
regardless of where you are here in the Pacific Northwest.
That's indeed. Right. Josh, thank you very much. All right, let's turn to sports now with Jamie Hudson. Hey, Jamie.